Petroleum Product Retail Owners Association of Nigeria, Petroleum, has urged President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to be cautious with its proposed implementation of the ban on foreign goods imports. This comes as Petroleum said the ban on foreign goods, which heralded the Nigeria First policy, may lead to an increase in the prices of premium motor spirits and other imported goods. The national president of Petroleum, Gillies Harry, disclosed this in a statement on Tuesday. His statement comes as President Bola Ahmed Tinubu on Monday, after a Federal Executive Council meeting at the presidential villa, announced the Nigeria First policy aimed at boosting the country's economy. Reacting, Gillies Harry, while applauding the initiative, warned against unintended consequences in the implementation of the policy. Gillies Harry urged the government to ensure that the policy does not lead to shortages or price increases, particularly in the petroleum sector, where local refining capacity is still being developed. Petroleum advised that essential and sensitive products such as petroleum products, pharmaceuticals, and other highly consumable goods should be gradually phased out. This is because some products may not be readily available locally, or their local production may be insufficient to meet demand, leading to shortages and price hikes. I want to get your thoughts on what you make of this, please, Mr. Michael.
I think the Petroleum president, chairman, is not far from the truth. You see, we are in a country where we're supposed to be vigilant. We're supposed to be sensitive to know what to do per time and when not to do a particular thing. I think this is not the right time to do and implement what the president is about to implement, because you are aware that we are suffering in the area of PMF. We are suffering in the area of the fuel. Everybody is aware that the price of the fuel, the hike is too high, and everybody is crying. By doing this again, it will cause us more harm, in the sense that, before, as you're giving, as you're sending out, or as you're bringing, it's reducing and it's not affecting these products and this, of course, what is happening in the country, where they are vandalizing and all that. And again, you are aware that the Borno and other states where we're supposed to be getting some of the ingredients in order to produce most of our needed item in the country, you understand, where they're supposed to and we'll get them from, you are aware that that area is porous now and nobody can access them. If such things should happen, it means that a hike of fuel will be high. We will suffer, and when we start suffering, it will affect every Nigerian. If it start affecting every Nigerian, it means that the Petroleum also, them too, will also will increase everything about them. And when they increase them, it is Nigerians that will still face it. So this is not the right time to either ban or stop whatever thing the president wants to do now for the good and for the betterment of Nigeria.
Okay, the president, as of yesterday, Monday, actually took a decision to implement the ban on foreign import of goods. He rather said that we should focus more on local production. I'm sure you've actually called for a situation like that, where you feel like we should follow more on, we should work, depend more on our own product. From yesterday or the day before, I had a conversation with a guest, and he said that that is a good development from the presidency. And then because if we have to refer to the production hub in the country, which is one of the production hub in this country, in the Abia part, the eastern part, which is Abia State, otherwise known as Aba. We know their production of certain things that we consume and all of that. So that will boost more production and reduce the consuming reduce consumption of most of these foreign goods that, like he mentioned, cars, clothing, foods, and whatnot. So I really want to know why you said that. Aside the fact that you've decided to back Petroleum on this decision, what don't you think that's also a good move?
It is. It is not, to me. It is not. Because why I said so is because I just told you that nobody values what we produce here. If we must tell ourselves the truth, nobody. You are aware that there was a time, Ben Bruce, there was a time he was also actually promoting some local product. I remember him wearing most of their suits and even their shoes. Then I think it was when he was contesting an election or something, he was always visiting this Aba place and other places to promote the products of Nigerians. But you should ask Nigerians, if Nigerians value their own product here, or everyone wants to wear what is being produced out there. Again, I cited Bruno and other places. There are places where we get these materials to produce some of the things we absorb in this country. Those areas are porous. Where would you get this product as to do this thing if you refuse things from coming into the country? Where would you get these materials to produce that same thing that they produce in Aba? You think we have them everywhere? No. I told you about our products, which is the crude. I told you we have about 2,000 something, whatever that our crude can produce. Who is looking at that? Have you heard Nigerians saying that I produce one thing through crude, apart from the fuel we know and the kero we know?
So in that instance, are you saying that we should depend more on the importation of foreign goods?
We shouldn't depend more on them. I'm saying that there should be this opening where theirs should come, ours should also come. And they put them together in order to make more production and more what do you call it? More production and more facility being available. But it cannot be available when the areas or the states where we have most of the materials that you use in producing are not safe. Let me use food for instance. We are aware that the reason why the hike of onion is high is it that Nigerians does not plant onion? Is it that Nigerians does not plant the fufu we eat today? But look at, you see a fufu that is not up to this my hand. It's about 400 to 500 naira. Yeah, are we not the ones producing it? Are we? Is it supposed to be high? No. That one is a product we have as our own product. We can put them. But because of the areas where these things, like Imo State, like I cited before, some areas in Imo State is a no-go area. People that are around that area that has farm, would they ever visit their farm?
So what do you think should be done? Because you said this is not the right time, this kind of decision, this policy should come up. So what do you think has to be done before this policy can come up? Because looking at it, I think it's going to boost production and other reasons that was given by the presidency. What do you think has to be done to, make it easier for this policy to be implemented?
Okay, I think what I think is that the Boko Haram thing should be put to an end first. The insurgency also at the east should also be put to stop.
And the northeast.
And the north. I've mentioned northeast now, not before.
Okay.
So I should put to stop so that once there is a general peace in the land, now we now know that whatever we need can be gotten anywhere in our country. You don't come and initiate this thing now when we don't have our own. Unless when we start having our own, that this whatever can be put into law or can be passed as a whatever we need as a country, as people in the country.
Okay. Well, so you said that security should be sorted out first before policies like this can be implemented. So you're not on the path that this is a wrong one. You're not on the path that this is not a good policy.
Yes.
You're in support of it. That's actually a good policy, but
it's not
coming at the right time.
Yes.
Just like Petroleum has stated. Well, that's